Hey guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Uh, yeah, my husband he thought like he's really tired to do this video, so I hope he's gonna have something to say because I mean we did a few phone calls after church, but I know at the same time he loves me because one of our phone calls made us to get a small gift, but we won't tell you yet. But it's like a lunch surprise all the way from Australia from his aunt and uncle, which I'm very excited about it because if we never called them, they wouldn't haven't known that we have a small trip coming up, but you'll know about it soon. So yeah, I think that's one thing maybe that basically is encouraging him to speak. So you can greet.
Hey guys, so this is Marco speaking, and I thought that out of somewhat disrespect, you would bypass my greetings in the beginning of the video, but I'm glad she made a forgiven recovery on that. So, the topic of this video is. I actually forgot now.
Okay, so guys, we basically want to speak about why it's important for couples to be together in one place after getting married. I think it was encouraged by the fact that um yo guys actually I also don't know the topic about this video, but let's just speak. You'll see what we're trying to say, because as I'm speaking now I'm thinking about, okay, maybe the topic about this video should be challenges that we met after we just got married, which I feel like it's more suitable because then we can explain really what really happened. So um I think it was 3 days after I we got married. I got a notice of retrenchment, so I was offered like a retrenchment package because the company was like restructuring. But it's not because I wasn't making an impact in the company. I believed I've worked very hard and I've made a huge impact. That is why I had to hand over for like a month before I left. But I guess it was the way of God moving me from one place to another one, or from to a better place, if I can call it like that. So 3 days after we got married, I got a notice of retrenchment, which was quite like shocking because on that day I had also extended my leave because I was still feeling tired. And yeah, I got a lot of questions from my friends. Luckily we didn't have any debt to pay from our wedding. Everything was paid off. But I remember my one best friend asked me, what's gonna happen with your car? I was like, what? I've never thought about it. But likely God, 2 days later, because I was actually applying for other jobs, because I mean some of the management had told me that the company might restructure, so some other people might be retrenched. So I that's how I applied. So I had sent out my CVs around June or May before we actually got married. So I remember I only sent out two CVs, and on one of them, so 2 days after I was offered the retrenchment package, which it's just a notice, not that I was getting retrenched instantly. I still had like a month and 2 weeks, I think, because it was
Month and a bit.
yeah, a month and a bit. So on that Friday, on Friday, because it was Wednesday, then Friday, the other place where I had submitted my CV, they offered me a job on a spot because they were impressed with my CV and everything. Okay, fine. And
And
now,
that wasn't even an interview.
yeah,
It was just a meet you get the job kind of thing.
yeah, it was a meet, get a job, and it was like a blessing. Like I was like, what? But then I had to move. I had to move, like, still within KZN province, but I had to move, and that was like a shock. For we just got married, not even if a week, and after a month we have to be like, kind of like separated. I didn't know what to do, like, really, but my husband made a decision that he's going to resign from.
Thank you for. I was about to say that. Stop interfering me.
Okay, he's gonna say his part.
Okay, so when evidence got the job and we found out that we have to move, like about 1.75 hours away from the Midlands. So somewhere, still in KZN, but somewhere closer to another province. And so it was a huge shocker, and also quite challenging and surprising. So to be honest, when the time got fairly close, I did had a thought of maybe I should stay and work for my continue to work to get some kind of an income towards me and the for me and the marriage, and then I would move with my wife until I get a job somewhere on that side. But then I just decided to sacrifice my employment, sacrifice my job and my money to be there with my wife, because I believe that we just got married and now we have to be separate again, which is not good, and stuff like that does tend for marriages to break, and there will be like arguments and temptations and fighting and all those unnecessary not ungodly things that's not pleasing to the Holy Spirit, and also deep down inside, long distance relationships will never ever work.
Yeah, because I mean, when we started dating, then he was my boyfriend. He told me that he doesn't want long distance relationship, because I mean, also when we met back then, I was supposed to leave the province, but then I decided to stay. Hey, by the way, we don't have our rings because we are at home. We're wearing pajamas, so we're free, guys. So please forgive us. No rings, nothing.
This is a pajama video.
Yes, pajama video. So yeah, guys, and for me, I mean, he had decided, and I thought, okay, it's fine. The salary that I'll be getting that side, it's enough to support us both. We're not gonna be paying rent, and
because the company have offered us one of their company homes, so
yes,
we won't pay rent, water, electricity,
and stuff. So I thought, sure, guys, I've seen that even if when we were still like courting and stuff, when I was away, it's like, I think for him, he will just easily get stressed, because when I was away, then we were just fighting, and I'm trying to fight. Why are we fighting? We were fighting out of nothing. So I thought, I also don't want that stress, like, because I know him. Like, when we were just away, we were just fighting. I can't even tell you for, not because maybe I wasn't answering his phone or what, but there was just a tension, and then we fight out of nothing. So we then moved, and then we moved, and then we only stayed there for like 6 weeks. Remember, guys, I said I only submitted 2 CVs. So, and then the other job which I've applied actually sent before the one that I got. Yeah, they were both before we got married. But that other one, I had actually applied long before the one that I got employed first. And then, yeah, that's when then they obviously they had to do the interview process, blah 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 blah, and then
do the shortlisting,
obviously all that whole process. But anyway, I mean, I had forgotten about it, that okay, they're not gonna hire me, so I've made peace. We even if obviously before we moved to the first job where I got employed, we were looking for our own accommodation. That still we knew that okay, even if when we get our own accommodation, we're still gonna afford in that one salary. And with the side hustle that of the business that I started long ago, he's been helping me from time to time. Some month we do make like 2,000 on the side and so forth. So we thought, okay, we're not gonna be hungry as long as we are happy. And I think that was the best decision, though I know obviously being unemployed for him, especially as a man, even if for me sometimes it's like, yo, my husband is just sitting there, doing nothing. I know, it can do something in a man's ego and so forth. What is that? English is gone, guys. Okay, the word is gone. Like I can't find it, but yeah, a man, according to God's principle, a man must provide and all those other things. So we have been praying there, but we knew that the place was like very small. There was like nothing, and probably there's like high unemployment rate, which I believe everywhere in the country.
And
But
really nothing much to do. It's like one of those.
small towns.
Yes.
Yeah, but we were still grateful where we were. But I think it was just all God. And then after 6 weeks, then I was offered the other job. Then now in Johannesburg, and they're like calling me that no, you got the job and you start tomorrow. I'm like, start tomorrow. I was like, what? And then obviously I was like excited because now I was thinking about maybe higher opportunities for my husband in Johannesburg since it's big, but also because it's also central to two families. I'm from Mpumalanga, is from KZN, so
It's kind of like smack dab in the middle.
yeah. So I thought, oh my gosh, but it was hard for me to also accept it because I had just started a new job and there was just so much that I wanted to change because I'm someone that I need. When I do something or when I work, I want to see what I'm doing. I want to make an impact, and I believe that most of us do. It's not about the pay. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna disappoint my new bosses, and
And she was settling in with the new bosses and also with her colleagues.
Yeah, my colleagues.
Her colleagues liked her, and the bosses was also pretty good as well.
Yeah, I was really like guys, I tell you, I was really content and happy to be working for my old boss. They were just amazed. The colleagues, like the other lady, she said, I don't know. She said she told people that I was not gonna stay, not in a bad way. I don't know if maybe God told her in the spirit that this lady will. She told me, she said, when then I had to tell them because I know we were like fond of each other. They were like all the other one was a year older than like all people that I used to chat with. They were like we were sharing life, as ladies, though they are like much old. She said that she told them that no, this child is like, she's kind of like too good to be true. She won't stay because I feel like good people when they join this company they don't really stay, and I didn't stay much, but I'm glad that I really made like a great impact and everything, and that also my husband was there with me to support me with the whole moving journey and everything. But in no time, we didn't have the budget for it. We just gotten married, guys. We had moved already. Now we have to move to Johannesburg with our stuff.
Twice.
Like twice in less than 2 months, guys. That was so stressful. I'm like, okay, luckily we also never used, it was just, I feel like it was God had planned everything and our sacrifices. We never use my credit card as because I have a credit card, he doesn't. We never use because we had planned that for the wedding, if we might have shortfall, we use my credit card. So my credit card still had the 14K, and likely when I did quotation, some companies wanted 14,000, some wanted 12. Likely I ended up getting someone that we basically used to move to the other small town. So he quoted us 7,000. I think also because he was supposed to come to Pretoria to collect some other stuff. So we got which was really cheap, but still expensive because we didn't budget for it, and it was mid-month, guys. It was basically mid-month.
Yes, it was mid-month.
I was like, oh, what are we gonna do? And yeah, we moved. We ended up maxing up my credit card, so we had to pay that 7,000.
At this moment, unfortunately, Evidence had to
pay everything because my husband wasn't working.
Use the credit card and being somewhat in debt.
Yeah, so I ended up using my credit card, 7K, and yeah, it was mid-month, but I still had some money, so we had to pay. The whole move costed almost 20,000. I think it was above 20,000.
I think 22, to be honest.
Yeah, the whole move costed 22,000, which we never budgeted for. We didn't have any savings because we just got married. All the savings were gone, so I had to pay obviously 6,000 times 2 of rent, which is like almost 13,000 for obviously the deposit for the rental. And the one, and the I think it was less. It was less because it was pro rata. So we
it was less.
it was less than that. Oh yeah, definitely it was less because we moved in on the 10th or something.
We moved on the 9th September.
The 9th, yeah. So yeah, my husband was all there. I'm glad that also, moving, guys, is stressful.
Moving is not for sissies. I promise you, it is tiring beyond belief. Like, to be honest, you're halfway you're halfway unpacking your house, and you're already finished and exhausted. Like, you just want to take a week rest.
Yeah, and my husband was just there for me, and we did everything together, which was exciting. I remember, I think we do have a video where we were moving in here. I remember we realized, because the other house where we moved in, it was almost fully finished, so we didn't need a lot of stuff. We realized we don't have a TV stand, and we also never used our TV that his father gave us. We for like a day we used like a box, which was very cool, and I'm glad we have that on video, because I mean we can show our kids one day and stuff like that. So but yeah, so we've been here for almost 3 months.
Let's see.
September, October,
October,
November. Now,
November.
yeah, it will be 3 months
So,
soon.
so yeah, well, it will be around the corner, almost around the corner, 3 months.
Yeah, in December around
The
10th,
9th.
9th, it will be like 3 months. So yeah, so let's just say ever since end of July, my husband hasn't been employed, and we moved from that small town then to Johannesburg, and then yeah, he was, yeah. So I think he's gonna share the part on how he felt as he's like been waiting for employment.
Okay, guys, I'm glad evidence stopped, because she just has this bad habit of going on and on and on and on and being
And
talkative.
on and on and on, guys. Oh.
So I just want to go back to when Evidence and I moved to that small town. It's called Ikopo. So just a small and brief testimony. So yes, Evidence went out to work Monday to Friday, and I would just be stuck at home doing my same mundane thing. And it's the town is so small. There's really nothing much. There's really literally nothing to do there at that town. I don't know how people can live in that town, to be honest.
He doesn't like it, guys.
I don't like it at all.
He's getting so passionate about not liking it right now.
I literally don't like it. So literally, people, do your best not to live in a Kopo.
Come on.
So yes, and I was getting very depressed. I actually got into a state of depression, and literally into a state of depression, and it wasn't good for my health. I was getting really, really depressed. I mean, everything was just collapsing, and I think this was God answering our prayers by Evidence getting the job in Johannesburg. So yes, we moved in. So we moved into Johannesburg, and yeah, it is actually it's such a huge blessing, and and also husbands, and it's also biblical and godly and very spiritual for a husband to lay down lay down his life for his wife, as well, but you still need to try and be the head of the home. So and I also did have this thought once again that maybe I should go back to the job that I used to work, and then wait until I get a job in Johannesburg and then move in. But it's actually not going to work out, because there will be arguments, and then and also my wife would have end up coming at home or being all tired and lonely, and no shoulders to cry on. But the fact of the matter is, and the reality of this is, that the reason why I say long distance relationships will never work out is because there'll always be arguments, there'll always be fighting, and there will always be this ungodliness of divorce, and rebuke that. So because literally, like, being a husband or a lonely husband and wife, it's depressing. It's not good, because you want to come home to a husband or to a wife, and just to communicate, communicate, spend time with each other, have Bible studies with each other, watch movies with each other, and just
Play games because we love playing games.
that's the main event. So yes, playing games, and also just share how was your day in person, and what the issues, and then you can plan together in person. And the best part is that you showing love and affection physically to one another.
And he says, I talk a lot. Look at him, he's on fire. He's like,
You're so bad though. You're so bad.
yeah. And guys, so after a while of him unemployed, so we just also thank God that God gave him like a part-time job and working for the church. So for me, that is like a big
work now unto the Lord.
Yeah, that was like, what? It's a part-time job for like working like
for the ministry, yes.
Yeah, twice a week, which is still exciting, and it's gonna keep him busy, and still he will have time to assist me with our business, and he's busy in the house of the Lord. So we really thank God, and I feel like God has just decided to bless him for a huge sacrifice that he made for us.
It's not going to be much, but you know what? At least I'm but at least it's some sort of provision towards the marriage, and bringing some kind of income towards the marriage, which is a good thing.
Exactly, guys. And from putting in nothing to the marriage to putting what he's gonna put now, for me it's still like, wow, I'm excited. And the fact that he's working for the Lord, he doesn't really have to worry about toxic relationships, and it's also not far from here. And I can't wait for what the Lord is gonna do in his life as well, because for me, a godly man is so charming, guys. A godly man is like all hot and sexy, that's like, wow, he's gonna work for the Lord, for the house of the Lord. So for that, it's a big blessing, and we know that like to show that it's a greater blessing, like the rate that you will be getting in a day, it's almost twice of what he was getting, though it's not gonna be a lot now because he's only working 8 days a month, but I'm still very happy, and that is gonna keep busy as well. So
and also it would gain, and while I'm working for the house of the Lord, it will also give me experience as well.
Yeah, and you can still like, for me, I'm really excited, guys. I know it's really not like a lot, like, more special for like maybe a married man or something, but it's something big, because you can always get another job that is gonna work 3 times a week or something. And you can still, because for me, I also love our business, so we still prayed for God to expand that business, because he can still then work for us, so but a greater thing, or the message that we wanted to show, is that in the house of the Lord, there is peace, there is joy, because as you can see what we've just explained, after just getting married, having to
move
twice, losing jobs, resign, and so forth, and to this, and from time to time, yes, as he explained, it was a little bit depressing, especially on the other small town, but here I believe he wasn't as depressed, but also waiting for the Lord to bless you with that job, more especially if you are married. Even if when you're not married, bills needs to be paid. And for an example, Johannesburg is also expensive. But we also thank the Lord, because at least I earned enough to cover everything. And also the decision of just selling his car, using my car, because it was is failing you. So those wise decisions that God give us. So it's important to have God in your life. And even if though maybe you're not a true believer, I know there's some nice people that believe in God still. Perhaps maybe they're not living as servants of God, but they do believe God's blessings and God's wisdom. So I think we've been so blessed, and for God giving us the wisdoms and the blessings to get jobs, for him to get now the part-time job. We're really excited, and we are thankful for the Lord for keeping us strong, even if facing those challenges after we just got married. So I think for me, that's what I thought we should share, for because I know there are some couples that they are far from each other and they're not happy. And some of them, I mean, they earn great salaries, like, but they're far from each other. They need to support two families. The one partner needs to travel hours and hours every month, and still they're not happy. They don't have enough time to spend with each other. Though some couples, they end up cheating. I know a lot of them, even if from my own family, some end up having a side chick and so forth, more especially if they're not grounded in the Lord. But some are grounded in the Lord, but still they're not happy about that long distance relationship. So what he was just saying, it's not something that it's a theory, it's something that is practical. It's something that I personally have heard from my close friends saying that, wow, I wish, my husband was here. Oh wow, because I remember I was speaking with my other friend that, wow, what a great sacrifice your husband has done. Oh wow, that's so cool. I wish we had that. So yeah, so I think it's important, if you can, if you are still like young couples, if you can move in together, say, do some sacrifices, do it. It doesn't matter if the wife remains unemployed for a few months, or the husband, but I know usually it tends to be ladies that maybe will remain unemployed. But I'm just saying that either way you can do it. It depends on where you want to be. So sacrifices are needed for marriage, and we thank the Lord that we could share this story, even if though we are just so comfortable today on our jammies, and it's been raining and all of that. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. So from my side, that's it.
Thank you, guys. So just in conclusion, and most important of this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. This is Evidence and Marco signing off.
Oh yeah, and yeah, guys, please do like our Instagram page. I'm gonna share a link with you below, and also if you maybe haven't subscribed on my YouTube channel, you can do so. From time to time I do post a few stuff there, but I feel like this YouTube channel has gotten more of my attention because I enjoy doing this with my husband. So I haven't been posting as much as I used to now that we've got this channel, but I'll continue post some stuff there. So for now, thank you so much, and please do let us know what kind of videos that you would like us to do. But yeah, as we experience new things, we also would like to share with you guys. Bye.
Cheers, guys.